Hi, we're the Boys and Girls Club, and we had a Psychbuster on social behavior. Our Psychbuster was that there's safety in numbers, and basically the more people that are present in an emergency, the more likely someone is to intervene.
For our Psychbusters, we chose these 3 terms. Safety is to be in a state or area where no emotional or physical harm is present. Emergency is to be in a situation which involves danger that can cause extreme levels of harm. Intervene is to step into a situation to prevent a particular occurrence to happen.
In this video, an experiment is being conducted to test the actions of people witnessing a child abduction. With the help of a 7-year-old girl, this abduction is staged in public. Many people saw what was going on but did not intervene. After 2 hours of the abduction being conducted in public, 2 people finally decided to help out the girl. This experiment demonstrated the idea of the bystander effect. It is the idea that when many people are present in a situation, a person is less likely to intervene into a problem.
Hey, where were you, young lady?
You're not my dad! You're not my dad!
It's unbelievable, but they did nothing.
Help me!
Bill and Raquel repeated this time after time.
Hey,
Please, someone help me! You're not my dad! Please, someone help me! You're not my dad!
One woman walked right by, believing someone else would take action.
never go away from me. Never. You hear me? Don't you ever go away.
And why didn't she do anything?
You think that someone else will take the blame, someone else will take the responsibility.
Another source we used was one from the Journal of Social Psychology, which contained an article called The Bystander Effect, which basically placed people in a scenario in which a bike was being stolen. The research found a correlation between the amount of people present and the likelihood someone was to intervene. So basically, the more people that were present, the higher the likelihood was that someone would intervene, as opposed to when fewer people were present, it was less likely that someone would intervene. This is because people weigh the outcome of harm to them versus their own moral beliefs.
The European Journal of Social Psychology wrote an article called The Unresponsive Bystander. Are bystanders more responsive in dangerous emergencies? Using their previous research, they predicted that the classic bystander effect does not take in dangerous situations. This is due to the fact that A, the situations are faster and more clearly recognized as an emergency situation, and B, higher costs for refusing help increase the accepted costs for helping. It is believed that in situations when there is low potential danger, more people are willing to help when they are alone and not in a group. However, in a situation with high potential danger, it is believed that people who are faced with an emergency alone or in a group will likely help the victim.
The next source is a journal article written by Hannah Makova from the Institute of Research on Children, Youth and Families, and the Faculty of Social Studies. She wrote about the bystander effect in cyberbullying. Participants fill out a questionnaire with descriptions of cyberbullying attacks, and they answered how they would provide help. Other factors in the questionnaire included empathy, relationship to the victim, social self-efficacy, and the number of bystanders present. Results showed that more people would help if there were less bystanders present. There's also no significant difference whether people would help if there was a moderate number of bystanders, which is 3 to 10 people, or a large amount of bystanders, which is 11 or more. This is strange because in media, people will be less interested on a post where there are less views versus people will be more interested in something extreme where there are a lot of viewers intervening and voicing their opinions. For example, on Facebook, you would rather respond to a post where everyone else has already responded and voiced their opinion because you don't want to voice your own opinion first.
In the article, young children show the bystander effect in helping situations by APS. They conducted an experiment to see whether or not children would intervene in a situation where they were surrounded by other kids who were just as capable of helping a particular individual. They replaced the children in 3 different circumstances. One circumstance involved them being by themselves in one side of the room. Another circumstance had involved the child being surrounded by other children, but the other children were unaware of their surrounding and what was going on across the room. And in the third circumstance, they had been placed in a situation where there would be other children who were just as aware of what was going on across the room as they were. It was shown that in the situation where they were by themselves and where the other children were unaware, they would help the person that would spill the paint across the room. However, in the situation where they were surrounded by other children who were just as capable of helping, they had refrained from doing so. But their reasoning was because they didn't feel as responsible to help the person because there were other people who were just as capable of doing it. This shows the bystander effect because they assume that someone else is going to do it. This mindset can continue on when they grow into adults.
Our group has decided that this myth has been busted due to the following reasons.
In general, people will take their own safety and concern as opposed to someone else's.
Reason 2. Many people tend to follow a very strict daily time schedule. In the example of the child abduction video, many people would have to first take the time to intervene into the situation and then possibly have to follow up with police reports.
Another reason why this myth is busted is because people assume that someone else will intervene for them.